Hey everybody. So this week I wanted to go over some strategies that you can use to make your journal entries more specific. Remember to get that four. We're looking for several paragraphs where you are um, really being specific in your writing. And people say that all the time. And then the question is, well, what does that mean? So here are some things that you can do that characters, because you're a character when you're writing a journal, that writers do to reveal character. So one is called revealing actions. This is when what we do says more than what we say. And this happens a lot in our lives. Someone sends a text and maybe we don't respond, and not responding means something. Why didn't we respond? Maybe that person hurt our feelings. Maybe we didn't have time. Maybe we couldn't think of anything to say. But sometimes when we're journaling, we're paying attention to the actions of those around us more than we're paying attention to their words. So you might be thinking about a moment where someone did something and it was the way that they did it that made you really understand what they were feeling or what they were thinking. So that's called a revealing action. Inner thinking is very much what a journal entry is. It's just writing down what the character is thinking but doesn't say out loud. So in your case, it's the thoughts that you're having inside your head about what you're experiencing based on the prompt that we're inviting you to write about. You can use italics if you want to. We've kind of set it up for you to do it that way, but it's completely okay also to imagine what someone might be saying or thinking. There's no really rules about this, and it's not about truth per se as much as it's about your truth and the way you're experiencing the world. Dialogue, a lot of you have already started to use dialogue in your journal entries, but if you haven't, it's a technique you might want to try where you're writing down conversations that you're having inside of your day, or conversations even that you're remembering or thinking about or wishing that you had had. It's the perfect opportunity to have that great burn response to someone that you really wish you could have had in real time, but in your head you can totally have it and say the perfect thing. It's one of the things I love about writing. You can be your best self. I also included a link here to some rules about writing dialogue in terms of punctuation, if you want to refer to those, if you feel like getting fancy and really learning the ins and outs of those. Next, we have description, and that's where you really use all that sensory stuff that we did in poetry. What does something look like? Or how does it feel when you touch it? If you're eating something, what does it taste like? Um, he made a fist. No, he curled his fingers into a tight fist. That word curled really makes a difference. Metaphors and similes are really ripe for the picking here. See what I just did? Yeah. Everything is more delicious to read when you choose interesting verbs and you're specific with your details. So really go for it, drink it in, and give us some really descriptive writing. Some of you have already done some really beautiful descriptive writing about really simple things. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be a beautiful description about getting dressed in the morning. It can be very, very simple, but just slowing it down and really telling us the details and living that experience as you live it, because we all live it differently. Setting, where are you? Where you are is different than where I am right now. We're all inside, but our insides are different. What year? What are people wearing? What year is more from a fictional tale, but what are you listening to? What are you shopping for or looking online, or what are the videos or tweets or, main ideas about pop culture that people are discussing? Because that gives us a real sense of the time period that we're in, and what you're talking about really helps us to understand that. And last, there's this idea of symbolism, that there are things all around us that have bigger meaning. It can be something really small for you, but it could be really, really significant. So don't be afraid to dive into something that may come up again and again inside your writing. So feel free this week to take some of these techniques on and really try them and use them in your journal entries. We are really enjoying your journal entries. So please take this as a time to really dig in and just write what you're feeling right now. It's a great way to experience this quarantine together. We love you guys. We miss you.